Hi guys, it's Connie, back for some more Connie Reads Lawn Boy Returns. We are on, ooh, we're on chapter 5, the Code of Conduct for Dispute Resolution. Here we go. I was still sitting in the garage, at one with my lawnmower, feeling a little overwhelmed. Okay, a lot overwhelmed. Okay, completely terrified and panicked when I heard a racket in the driveway. I peeked out one of the garage door windows and saw Zed outside his camper playing air guitar to the radio blasting from his pickup cab, a bag of lard-soaked, deep-fat fried pork rinds, and a six-pack of beer on the ground at his side. He chugged 2 cans at once, lifted his head like a wolf baying at the moon, and let loose with a burp so loud it must have deafened house pets 3 houses over. Truly a class act. When were my parents getting home, and what would Zed look like stuffed in the passenger side of his pickup upside down and bent double? That was what Joey Powell had done to some bad guys who tried to mess with us once. Joey. I'd go to the gym to see Joey. He has a wonderfully clear and simple outlook on life, and is extremely comforting to be around. Plus, I wanted to spend some time with my fighter before his big match. Hey bro, Zed yelled over the hum of the electric garage door opener and the growl of the lawnmower's engine as I drove out. Would you lend me a couple bucks? I pretended I couldn't hear, gesturing to my ears and shrugging as I rumbled past him and took a hard right onto the street. Hello, sponsor. You seem sad, Joey said when I got to the gym. He leapt out of the ring. His agility is surprising because he's so big he makes gardening sheds seem tiny. Oh, I'm okay, I guess. Wait, is that Rock over there? Rock was a guy who'd given us some trouble a few weeks ago when he wanted to buy me out of my lawn mowing business without, of course, any money changing hands. Joey made that problem go away by bowling with Rock and some of his guys as the ball and the pins. He works for me now. Doing what? Whatever I tell him. He is cleaning out slop buckets, and later he will scrub the urinals. The little cakes get dirty in the urinals. It is good to have them clean. The little blue cakes in the urinals. But why does he work for you? Joey stopped to think. Supervision. Well, will wonders never cease? Arnold told me how you make deals and have employees. Now, so do I. I watched Joey smile at Rock, who flinched. Rock had a slight limp and 2 big Joey-sized handprint bruises on his upper arms, as if he'd been picked up and moved. Hey Joey, what do you think about Zed? I think Zed is shifty. You do? Yes, he has pinchy eyes. That is not a good thing. He doesn't give off the best energy, I agreed. Besides, Joey took a deep breath, I don't have an Uncle Sam. Then why are you going along with him pretending to be your cousin? Like Rock, he needs to be watched, and I'm good at handling trouble. I know. I must have looked worried, though, because Joey patted me on the head. If the pats had been just a tad firmer, he could have patted me right into the ground. Don't think about Zed or Rock, he said. Today, we think about Bruiser Bulk and the fight. How are you feeling about the match tonight? He paused to study the floor as if the word he needed could be found somewhere near his left shoe. Concerns. About what? He looked at me sadly, then looked at Rock. Then he shook his head. You leave the fight to me. I'll make you proud. I'm always real proud of you, Joey. His smile could have lit up a room. Oh, good. There you are, I heard Grandma's happy voice from the doorway. We turned, and if I hadn't been standing so close to Joey, I'd have fallen to the ground. Grandma's hair was red, not red like Little Orphan Annie or Lucille Ball, red like Bozo the Clown, red like a fire truck, red like all the red in the entire history of the whole universe had been concentrated on her head. Her hair glowed and shimmered. When she moved, I could see sparkles. The brightness made me wince. Do you love it? She twirled proudly. Joey and I squinted and took a step back. toward a dark corner, hoping Grandma and her head would follow us out of the light. I colored it myself today. I was at the drugstore buying ice. Do you know what that... Did you know that I only like store-bought ice? Homemade ice tastes funny and makes my tea smell strange. Grandma, your hair? Oh, right. Well, anyway, I was buying ice and I wandered down the hair dye aisle, and these boxes were on sale for 79 cents, so I bought 4. Jermaine would have charged me way more than that at the salon. And you just know she'd never had gotten this shade. Do you realize that I exactly matched Joey Powell's boxing trunks? Did you use all 4 boxes? Yes, I took all 4 boxes to get this color. I spent all day in the bathroom doing my hair. I bet. I mentally kicked myself for having forgotten about Grandma all day. The last time I'd seen her was earlier that morning after she arrived at my house with Zed. She'd gone to take a nap, and, well, even for Grandma, who loves resting her eyes, like most people love converting oxygen to carbon dioxide, that wasn't an all-day proposition. What's that? I suspiciously eyed the spray bottle she pulled out of her purse. Diluted leftover dye. Come here, sweetie, and let me spritz you so you have Joey Powell red hair too. No thanks, I'm good with brown. Suit yourself. Grandma shoved the spray bottle back into her purse and looked at her watch. I don't know why, because it's broken, but she says she feels lost without it, and she won't get it fixed because her wrist would feel naked while the watch was at the repair place. We better get to the auditorium if we don't want to miss the fight. And did I ever tell you that those sticky notes were really an accident when someone was trying to come up with adhesive? She sailed off, a beacon of red, toward the back door and her car. I've driven with Grandma before, so I was just as happy to hitch a ride with Joey. Turning to him, he was looking after Grandma, smiling. Grandma is wonderful. He tore off his gloves with his teeth and gathered his gear in a duffel bag. Wonderful, colorful, whatever. Come on, Joe. We've got to get going or we'll be late for your fight. He grabbed Rock on the way out. Literally, reached over, plucked Rock off the bench where he'd been cowering and reeking of urinal cakes, and dragged him behind us like a toddler dragging a security blanket. And that's the end of chapter 5. Be careful with that and enjoy, please and thank you, and I will see you for the next installment. Have a good one. Bye.